So I want to say a couple of words on Jonathan Altfield's Genius Mapping. I attended this training actually just a year ago, I think, pretty much right now in Orlando, Florida. It was not available online at the time, and that was a fair trip for me to make to Orlando, Florida, but it was well worth it. I want to say what Genius Mapping has done for me. Genius Mapping is ostensibly about modeling expertise. Now, I haven't used Genius Mapping for modeling expertise apart from modeling the expertise of my clients in problem areas. This has been a profoundly useful thing for me to be able to do. I work with people as a developmental coach. So often people have blind spots. They're caught in cycles of repetition, repetitious behaviors, these sorts of things. They've got no consciousness around what they're doing. They don't know what the variables are. They don't know what the triggers are. They don't know anything. There's just a problem that just keeps happening, keeps unfolding from their kind of way of being in the world. Now, personally, I'm a big believer, unlike a lot of people in the hypnosis world, I'm a big believer in the power of consciousness. I believe our faculty of consciousness is not a doing tool, doing faculty, it is a learning faculty. Now, consciousness learns by becoming aware of things. We have within us a profound intelligence that is highly generative in creating more adaptive ways of being and doing in the world. But if we don't bring the right kind of consciousness to a stuck pattern or something like that, we don't get to connect up the circuit with that consciousness and allow that generative intelligence to come on board. So what I've found is by helping clients to reveal blind spots in their own ways of being and doing, transformation just naturally unfolds from that. So I found this a profoundly useful set of tools and approach for change work. And not only in that sense, but even just doing more classical change work where I'm identifying a situation for somebody where something emerges. I want to get the coordinates on that. What's happening, what's not happening, when does it happen, when doesn't it happen? Because if I'm going to plug something different in, I'm going to plug difference in, so people who might be familiar with using NLP or hypnosis technology, you'll have the skills to plug difference in, but getting that when and where and getting the specific variables. Because so often when people do change work, the reason it doesn't work is because it wasn't plugged into the very, very specific context that it needed to be plugged into. So I want to say, I haven't done any kind of genius mapping in the way that it's perhaps intended to be used, but it has been a phenomenally powerful tool set for me. And I want to say it's not just about the tools. I'm not necessarily, with all my clients, doing a formal genius mapping process. But through going through the training, what I found is it's inculcated in me a way of seeing, a set of perceptions, a set of awarenesses. It enables me to kind of tune in on something and have much more of an instinct and an intuition for when there are key parts missing that I need to get a little bit more in touch with. So all in all, if you're watching this and you're considering doing the Genius Mapping online training or a live training or whatever, if you're an agent of change, a coach, a change worker, whatever that may be, I strongly recommend you do this training. You will get value from this. You will up your capacity for making changes with a broader range of clients and a broader range of circumstances.